there! Thanks for watching my video here and learning how I cook my roasted red pepper and tomato soup. I hope you enjoy it. Now this is of course a vegan recipe, however if you are like Lip, then you may want to add a little cheese at the end, but see how you feel. Anywho, so let's get started here. First thing you are going to need is going to be 4 nice big red bell peppers, 3 tomatoes. Well, you can say Romano. I used the Romano tomatoes. You can use whatever tomatoes you want, really. 1 large, well, nice large big onion there, white onion. And you can use red onions too. Any onions you like. Sweet onions would be good. Ooh, yeah, sweet onions would be good. But I didn't have a sweet onion, so I just had to use the white onion. And 2 cloves of garlic. And you just want to snip off the little top of that that going up there anyway. Just the tops anyway. So, once you have got all your veg, you are going to chop them up into nice big chunky pieces. You can, to be honest, mine are kind of small there. You can actually make the pieces a bit bigger. It does not have to in any way be that small. It's just a nice big chunky kind of thing there. Anywho, and your garlic you're going to set on the tray right next to them, really nice and easy, and you're just going to add a little bit of oil to them. Sorry the photo is upside down. And you're just going to want to sprinkle some, well, I've got a little bit of salt, so Himalayan pink salt, totally recommended, it's absolutely fabulous. A little bit of black pepper, and a little bit of oregano as well. So, you can, of course, just season it to taste, man. That is just a little sprinkle there. If you don't like a lot of seasonings, then by all means you don't have to, because we are going to add a few more seasonings in there anyway. But from this point, you are going to set your oven to about 350 degrees, and you're going to pop your trays in there, or your tray, and you're going to bake it for about 40 minutes on there. Now, whilst you're, well, I didn't do it whilst, but anyway, I baked these suckers for 40 minutes, and yes, it is a little crispy here and there, and it is because I did not pay attention to the oven as it was baking. That was my bad. Okay, you don't have to be my bad though. You don't have to burn it. You can simply just pay attention to what we are doing. But it still tastes good, so it's okay. So, next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to get a, this recipe is for about a 26 centimeter pot. But it's a fairly large pot. It can hold like 4 or 5 liters worth of water, right? But anywho, I've got mine about halfway full. I've got about 2 liters worth of water in there. Now take aside like a couple of cups, like literally like 2 cups, out of this 2 liters or 2.5 liters or so, and just put it aside, because you're just going to need some fresh water in a minute there, and you don't want to add too much water at the beginning, otherwise your pot's going to get really full. So anywho, what are we adding to the water? Well, the first thing you're going to want to get is 2 large vegetable bouillon cubes. Any grocery store normally should have them. You're then going to want to have, now I'm using a teaspoon. What you see here is a teaspoon, and so this is what it basically looks like on the spoon. So this is about 2/3 a teaspoon of garam masala. Then we're going to have about half a teaspoon of turmeric, so pop that in there. Then we're going to have about a teaspoon of garlic granules, a sprinkle of cayenne pepper, and 2 teaspoons of salt as well. And this is the pink Himalayan salt, of course. And we're just going to give that sucker a stir. Now, I did add a few chives, just dried chives to this, because we like chives in this family. We're onions. We like a lot of onion-based kind of things. So you do not have to add chives if you don't want to, but we just added a few dry chives. It looks nice too. Okay, next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your roasted red peppers and onions and garlic and everything, and you're going to throw it in your blender. Now, I'm just using a little magic bullet here because our nice big Ninja blender broke a little while ago and I couldn't be bothered to replace it. So we are using the magic bullet. Okay, so yep, nice amount of room in there, and you see there's a little bit of water at the bottom there, and that's from what we took out of our pot at the beginning, just so we're not adding more water but still getting this to blend up nicely. So we're going to blend that up, and it's going to turn into a nice little paste here. Okay, what I want you to do is add that paste to the pot. Okay, and you're going to want to just do this with all the vegetables. You can puree it if you want to have something smoother. I don't care too much about it that much to puree it, so I just throw it in as it is because I'm like, that's cool, that's soup. Now, I'm also going to add 2.5 tablespoons of raw organic cane sugar as well, because the sugar offsets that strong tomato taste, right? And it really blends the flavors in quite nicely. Yeah, so we're going to mix that up and everything like that. And this is, of course, on a nice low simmer, or it is on a simmer just before boil. Then I'm going to grab a nice good can of coconut cream. And you want to give it a nice shake so that you don't have too much of the water just pooling and everything like that, because you don't want the water from the can, right? So I normally give it a nice good shake, which then puts the cream right at the top. But anywho, so it's going to be nice and solid, and you're going to throw it in there. And if you're just like, oh, but I don't have coconut cream, don't worry, coconut milk will also do, but you don't want the coconut milk that you drink, you want the coconut milk from like a can, the thicker stuff, right? Yeah, so that stuff. Okay, and don't worry, if your soup seems a little bit thin, you can also add a little bit of cornstarch or a little bit of flour just to thicken it up. I used a pinch of cornstarch, I believe, in this one. And yeah, just to get it a little thicker, but anyway. And yeah, you're going to give that coconut cream a nice whisk, and voila! You have roasted red pepper and coconut cream soup. Or, sorry, roasted red pepper and tomato soup. And again, we garnished this with some nice grated cheese and a few finely chopped spring onions or green onions. So that's how you make Kulipups roasted red pepper and tomato soup. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.